one of the happiest conversations I had was with a guy in a truck. This guy was just circling around the Gillard Center here in Charleston before and during the debate. It turns out this guy goes with his beautiful dogs, a couple of Doberman Pinschers, in the van with him. It's essentially a van. He's got Trump 2020 on the front of the van. He's got fake news is real. He's got a tribute to Mark Levin, terrific radio host and Fox News channel host. And the guy was just a character. People would be flipping him off, shaking their fists at him. They couldn't believe this truck. We have video of the truck if you want to check it out as I play this interview for you with this guy. But I just loved his spirit and his passion. If you want to check out the video, we'll give you time to go to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and look for the Mike Gallagher Show YouTube channel, and you can click on that because we live stream the show every day on YouTube. Or you can go to MikeOnline.com and click Watch Mike on TV or Town Hall TV, townhall.com, and you'll see what this truck looked like with all of these signs, just ticking people off, infuriating the Democrats who gathered here in Charleston as they saw this guy, and he just laughed and smiled, and he goes from event to event. He's kind of made it his life's mission to take this truck with all these pro-Trump messages and go to a lot of these events. So we just had to catch up with him. Here's cut number 23, my conversation with the guy with the pro-Trump van just circling the venue last night, and it was delightful. So a gentleman who's getting a lot of attention around the Gillard Center today is this gentleman with a Make America Great hat on. You got Trump stuff all over the side of your truck, including my friend Mark Levin. Are you worried about ticking off
Mark Levin, and he'll be back today, and he'll be hot off.
How do you not love the great
from Israel?
That's right,
man.
Tell me about why you're taking this truck and driving around the streets of Charleston, because you got to be infuriating the libs here in Charleston.
Baby, we are taking back our First Amendment right. These conservatives aren't sitting down anymore for any of this propaganda crap.
You're mad as you know what, not going to take it anymore.
Right. This is just me. It's not just because of Donald Trump. I love him and I support him. But
so let me ask you: are you doing this just for the debate, or have you been doing this in Charleston for a while?
Well, I was in Westerville, Ohio, for that communist debate, and then I was in Atlanta, Georgia, for the debate down there at the Tyler Perry Studios, and We'll make sure and go to the Trump rally on Friday. That's here in Charleston. Be there. I'll be there. You'll see this truck decked out in 6x10-foot American flags and just screaming, "We love Trump." And we'll also be in Charlotte, North Carolina on Monday.
You and this beautiful dog are putting some miles on this truck.
Well, absolutely.
What's the dog's name?
We can with what we've got. We've got Abby here. She's an 11-year-old female Doberman.
She's beautiful.
Toby's in the back. He's had enough. Usually he's up front, but he's done for the day.
So you and Abby and Toby traveling around the country in this Trump vehicle with all these pro-Trump signs. What kind of reaction do you get from people all over the country? What are you getting here in Charleston?
Every time you turn a corner and you get a smile from somebody, it makes it all worthwhile. It really does.
Well, I'll bet you get more than some smiles. I saw a couple of young ladies giving you a, shall I say, one-fingered salute.
We call that the communist salute in my neck of the woods. So when you extend your arm with your palm facing you, your fist clenched, and your middle finger extended, that would be the communist salute.
Let me ask you a question. Do you make a decision, you wake up one morning and say, listen, I got to fight for this president who's clearly fighting for us. He gets up every day, I think, trying to make this country as great as it can be. You and I are both on the same page. How do you make a decision to devote this kind of time and effort and expense? I mean, this can't be cheap to do this. When did you decide to do this, and why did you decide to do this?
Well, a great man said, it's not how long you live your life, it's how well you live your life. And he ended up dying at the Lorraine Hotel. So,
kind of do that.
I'm living my life well.
God bless you. God bless you. Drive safe.
Thank you.
He got emotional in invoking the image of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., shot and killed at the Lorraine Motel. And, just an interesting, fascinating emotion a guy that would be accused by many of being a racist because he's a Trump supporter, a hater, a bigot. Here's a guy driving around the country with his beautiful big dogs with all these pro-Trump messages. And believe me, I looked, his eyes welled with tears, and he became emotional at the image of the slain civil rights activist, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. White guy from the South, mourning Reverend King's death. Now, I don't know if that touches hearts and changes minds of people who are convinced that conservatives and Republicans and Trump supporters are racists or not. I am so very pleased to have shared that conversation with you here in Charleston. We're in the ReliefFactor.com studios. Welcome in.